Oh, hello there, my Aquarians. How you doing, my sun, moon, rising signs in the collective? Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this new moon in Libra to the full moon in Aries next month in October, although you're probably watching this in October because I'm doing this pretty close to the end of the month, but right before. I'm actually doing this on the dark moon Friday, right before new moon. And I'm very glad to be doing you, Aquarius, because unfortunately you're my last sign that I don't have a planet in for this because I am Pisces moon, which is next. So I'm going to take a nice little break. So I love doing the reads where I don't have any planetary connection to them because I could really be impersonal. Because, you know, the Pisces moon, tricky shit. So what do I need read for the new, first of all, welcome if you're new to my channel. And if you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. The numbers keep inching up there. Really hugely appreciated. By the way, all the decks that I'm reading, all the decks that I read on YouTube are in the description box below. I don't edit that every single time. That's crazy making, even though I'm a Virgo and I like detail. But my description box has a lot of info, and I do edit it every time I start a new series. So these are quickies. What do I need? Quickies are not about, you know, the longer path of true love. That's a path of true love read. It's not about your twin flame relationships. That's your path of true love, right? This is about what do I need? Just straight to the divine. What do I need? The highest vibration of divine, fifth dimensional and above, right? Eighth chakra and above. We want that higher, loving, heart-centered, clear mind, balanced, divine point of view. So let's dive in. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free. I try and answer them as soon as I can. So here we go. Ready, my angels? Always, my angels, please. One card in clarity for this Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising sign. What do they need from this new moon to full moon next? You need to retreat. Now, tactical retreat does not mean defeat. Retreat does not mean defeat. Always. Sometimes it does. But at that point, you're being carried away. This is a tactical. You need to pull back. Go on retreat. Pull back. Almost like the Hermit card, but there is no Hermit card in a non-tarot deck, right? But that would certainly be indicative of you going within. And you know, it is an angel card, right? And what's she doing? She's almost dipping there. She's sort of like, you know, doing the thing, but taking her time out, walking away for a bit. Seems to be a lot of that going on, considering it is new moon. A bunch of signs got similar vibration, different cards though. Oh, and yet Aquarians, you want to be everybody's friend, but you are, and I love that. It's very humanitarian of you, absolutely. One of my dearest friends is an Aquarian. He's loyal as fuck, but can be distant. Your fixed air, the stratosphere, right? So if that's in particular your moon sign, you might be feeling an emotional distance, but not necessarily one that's toxic. So if it's a tactical retreat, if it's a healing retreat, that sort of thing, then fine. But let's have a look at what else you need here to clarify that. So please, my gods, Athena and Heracles, you who share the throne of Aquarius, one for each jagged line, please, one card in clarity here for this Aquarian collective sun, moon, rising sign. What do they need for this new moon in Libra to full moon next in Aries? Well, the Lovers. So if this is to retreat into a decision, because remember, the Lovers card does not automatically mean sexual, romantic union, marriage. All of those things are decisions, not just choices. The choice perhaps to love yourself, to retreat within yourself, to embrace that which has not been embraced, to love that which has not been loved within you. And is that easy? No, otherwise everybody would do it for thousands of years. If that was a cakewalk and a field day cakewalk, oh my God, we'd be such a healthier society. But let's call it what it is, shadow work, even though that's not indicated here, but certainly a retreat. Yes, it can be what you need is a retreat with your significant other, a lover, an F-bud. I'm trying to clean up my language, but fuck it, fuck bud. You know, whatever that is, your lover, a getaway, retreat, and it might be just what you need, right? So sometimes retreat doesn't mean retreat alone. It's not always a solitary retreat. So let's ask the masters to clarify that. Please, my masters, with this very simple yet incredibly powerful Chuck Spezzano love pack. loaded with cards of the suit of grace and the suit of healing and the suit of luck and then the suit of problems, as I like to affectionately call it. If you're new to my channel, the Womp Womp card. It's like a Debbie Downer, right? Those, even though there's only 1 or 2 words on them. Sometimes 3. It really needs to get its message across, which it does. My masters, please. 1 card in clarity for this Aquarian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising sign. What do they need? What do they need? Considering this card of retreat, which is, you know, could be retreat alone, could be retreat another, and then with really the card, the Lovers, Aphrodite, and the Daughters of the Moon, Tarot. Very, very strong romantic sexual energy there, but we know that the Lovers card isn't always about that. It's about a decision. Can you bring the head and heart into alignment, right? The balance of masculine and feminine energies, the decision to make that, to do that. So please, I'm giving you the extra time to put the right card on the table. Please clarify, what does this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign need from this new moon to full moon next? You need disillusionment. You need to pull back and see perhaps a major relationship where the illusions are. Now, this might not be you're necessarily being deceived. It might mean that you have projected some things onto them, positive or negative. I hate to say it, but I don't hate to say it. It's near impossible to not, double negative, project stuff onto people because it's what we've been doing for thousands of years, right? But that's 3rd dimensional stuff, right? Making the other person the villain, or they're the, or here's really what it is. And here's a way to just flip this for you, really see it from a higher place, which is your bailiwick, Aquarians. There has to be subject-object in 3rd dimensional consciousness, but from 5th dimensional consciousness, higher chakra stuff, we are all one. Unity consciousness in the yogic tradition. To see that we all have illusions. So whatever you've projected onto this person, disillusionment is a step towards enlightenment. In fact, you could even say that disillusionment is the shadow side of enlightenment, meaning that it sucks, but now you're seeing the light. You are not seeing through a lens darkly. 1 more card. That's why these are quickies. This is why go check your other planetary alignments. If you're an Aquarius Sun in a different moon or rising, go check those out. If you don't know what those are, there's so many cheap, I mean free sites where if you know your birth time, place and time, location, date, all the just the basic stuff, you can get that info relatively accurate. Otherwise, connect with a professional astrologer. Lord knows I have a great astrologer. Drop me a message somewhere and I'll put you in touch with her. She's great. But I only work with 1. You think I have all these astrologers. I'm not an astrologer. I just speak the language. It's like learning French or speaking French at birth, right? So let's dive here. The higher selves of all involved. Your higher self, the higher self of anybody else involved. Please. 1 card in clarity for this Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising sign from your 5th dimensional perspective. What do they need, considering this retreat with the Lovers card and disillusionment? What do they need from this Libra moon to full moon next in Aries? Look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. Now, don't like me and unsubscribe. That's what the card says. It wasn't like I went, oh, look, there's Elvis, and then like dug out for that card. I wouldn't have anyway. I mean, these are the whispers of love. Your higher self is saying retreat, retreat, to look at your pattern of relationships. And then, by the way, then that takes it out of purely romantic sexual relationships. It's saying, Aquarian, retreat not so much away, but up. Get your altitude so that you can see the illusion that you have. And the thing about an illusion, usually once you see it, you go, oh, the trick is then to love yourself and not beat yourself up. That if you could have done it any other way, you would have done it any other way. And perhaps if you're the one who has been deceived, if that really comes into it, you will see it. Or at least you will be moved forward under the guidance and grace of the angels, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved to evolve and learn and heal. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. And perhaps that modification is, oh, I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to embrace this disillusionment, because what's the other alternative? Staying illusioned. And I got to tell you, the air signs I know don't like it very much. They don't like it very much. They find out that, well, if somebody else is deceiving them, oh my God, they want to set the world on fire. Kindly, though, because they're Aquarians, they'll just Reiki it to death. Sorry. That's just the way I was raised. That's my genetic sense of humor, right? Or it can be, it's like, oh my God, this one's on me. I totally saw this differently. I had illusions, I was projecting, etc. Definitely go have a look. Definitely go have a look at some of your other spreads, but also I would suggest take a look at your Path of True Love and your Twin Flame spread, because that card of Lovers is, if this is romantic sexual and it's hitting you like solar plexus and heart, go have a look, because I think I'm doing the Twin Flame reads next, and those are going to be long, and I'm actually doing an extended for each of those on Vimeo, so that should be fun. I might do a little something fun in between, though. I don't know that I'm ready to dive into that particularly. Tomorrow's new moon. Yeah. I wish you the very best and the very blessed, my Aquarians. You are the humanitarians, that in a way, the geniuses of the zodiac. Pull back, take care of you, see this, don't crack up. Bend your brain, see both sides, throw off your mental chains. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Howard Jones, great album. I love you all so very much. I wish you the very best and the very blessed of this new moon to full moon next. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be.